Okay, welcome to another PowerShell skills tutorial. This is for the interface tool. We teach you about the tools, the last time, and interface, and also we're going to be teaching you about the set of tools right here again and with the interface. So this is the full course. Find it on our playlist in the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Now let's move. So we discussed the format tools right here, and we stopped at the paintbrush tool. So now about the paintbrush tool, this is how this tool is going to look like, the paintbrush tool. And with the paintbrush tool, you could paint a lot of stuff. Okay, I think this stuff looks like this because I've customized it to look like this. So you can actually select and paint the way you want to paint. As in, trust me, you can paint anyway. Okay, also you can actually define how your touch calligraphy is. As it look. This is so good. So I'm actually painting with this, and I can actually change the color of my paint. Grab the selection tool, click on the paint, and change the color. Ooh, I just give it a solid stroke. I should give it a I should remove the stroke. I should give it remove the fill. So this is a stroke. Look at the beautiful stroke. So that's just how the brush tool works. Now for the blob brush tool, it's a very good tool. Okay, no, your brush tool isn't straight, but the blob brush tool gives you accurate, perfect matching algorithm. Like something that's actually been worked upon, I think, on various versions, and it actually gives you much straight and perfect brushing lines. Look, wow, it's be adjusting the line. I don't really need to use straight tools to do this. You know, if I was just the paintbrush tool, look, this thing looks rough. Okay, so I'm gonna have to select this and go to probably this place and start to use the smooth tool to beautify the life of this stuff before it becomes good. But with the with the blob brush tool, everything's gonna be fine. So now let's go. Next one we have right here is the shaper tool. So with the shaper tool, I could do a lot of stuff. Okay, as in, trust me, a lot of stuff could be done. You can see I just drew a shape. Look, wow, this is cool. I think I am on a 2D surface, so I could do stuff like shaping stuff. Look, this is so cool. As in, trust me, I love this stuff. So I could create a little shape. Look, a shape, any kind of shape I want to create. Anyone I wish to create. So that's why I could use the shaper tool for, and look, it's so cool. As in, I could change the stroke color with stroke color to create shapes, any kind of shape I really want to create. Trust me, this tool is the best for you. Another tool which I know it's kind of important anyway is also the pencil tool. You're gonna make use of this most time. I think I've used this in some of my infographics, and you see it's kind of drawing stuff using pencil. But those stuffs are not straight, they look rough. So I'm gonna click on this and you can see the smooth tool. And with this I could just adjust the life of this stuff. You click on the object first. Look, you click like this and you click the smooth tool and you adjust the anchor point and everything about the shape. As you can see, it's getting adjusted. So that's how the smooth tool works. Next one is the path eraser tool. And with this I could erase a lot of paths. Okay, first you click on this stuff and click on the path eraser tool, and look, I have to erase the path of this. Click on the anchor point to erase the path one by one. Look, I'm clicking on the shape and I'm erasing the path, as you can see. So that's how the path eraser tool works. Another tool which is right here is the join tool. Okay, so let's give it a path. Okay, let's assume I create an anchor point shape, something like this. So let me do. So with the join tool, we could do a lot of stuff with the join tool. And right now you see I have managed to draw some shape. I drew some shape on the screen, and that was during the minutes when I actually paused the tutorial. You might actually notice that some stuff appeared on the screen like magic, and that's because the join tool seems to be having some problems anyway. So now with the join tool, I can actually join the edge of this shape together. It's just with some degree of intelligence. It's a brush and it is so tightly fixed. You cannot adjust the tip. So that's just, I'm just gonna click on the tool and I'm gonna just click on this, and you see it's being joined right now. That's the essence of the join tool. The next one is the eraser tool. You see that's the eraser tool, and it's used for just joining most of the erasing stuff, as you know. Next one is the scissors tool. I cut the edge of an anchor point. Just use an anchor point and just for cutting and cutting. Yeah, I think I love cutting, and yeah, I think I'm just cutting stuff. So I just think I managed to cut this and this. So that's just what scissors tool is used for. Then the knife tool, yeah, for just cutting the knife stuff. As in, who doesn't love cutting stuff? Okay, so It's just for cutting stuff anyway. I don't think I cut anything yet. So I'm gonna use the knife too, and see, it's just for cutting stuff anyway, for cutting shapes. Okay, just draw a big round shape and do some cutting and adjustment. I could just cut all this out, and by the time I click on the shape, you see I managed to cut this out. These tools are kind of quite crazy. Another tool you need to look at or look into is this rotate tool. It's mostly used for shape stuff. I think we could just do that on our own, but I think this tool is for customizing stuff like that. So see, I could rotate stuff like this. And another one is this reflect. It's just like a kind of mirror kind of tool. Yeah, it mirrors what you're doing. It mirrors it over and over again. That's just what the tool does. Okay. Now another thing you need to know is the scale tool. I shouldn't have deleted those shapes. So with the scale tool, I could resize this any way I want to resize it. Another thing about this is I could just use the shade tool to shade to the left or to the right. I think I could create a trapezium again. Yeah. Yeah, and also I could use the reshape tool to do a little bit of restructuring my shape. Could restructure it left and right. Okay, see, trying to reshape the shape. Sorry, 1 minute. So basically the reshape tool is actually used for just for random lines reshaping and stuff like that. Let me give you a quick preview into that. And you see, I could create an anchor point here, and direct selection tool, and look, I could manipulate the anchor point quite easily. So this is a very good tool. Check it out on Illustrator. So yeah, another tool which I'm going to be discussing is the width tool, and let's take a quick dive into the width tool. And with the width tool, I could do a lot of stuff, as in adjust the width, customize the width any way I want to do it. This width is always there. Okay, the width tool, look, the width tool is a very fantastic tool. Trust me, it's a very cool tool. Look, this is crazy, this is cool. See, look at my fill, my stroke, everything working out right. So this is what the width tool is used for. Another thing about the tool is called the warp tool. Just keep on warping stuff all together. That's just what the warp tool is used for, warping stuff all together. Now for the twirl tool, just gonna twirl my eyes too. Just gonna twirl some stuff. This is gonna be twirling. The pocket tool, just gonna be puckering everything all together. Puckering it, and puckering it. Yeah, what's the other meaning of the names? The blow tool. It's gonna make everything looks. This looks somehow. Now also the scallop tool. Look, it's gonna scallop everything all together. Oh my god, that's so ugly. Another one we have is the crystallize tool. Yeah, this crystallize tool, and look, I could crystallize the stuff around me. Okay, and the wrinkle tool. Let me create wrinkles. Wrinkles in time. Look, yeah, I'm creating wrinkles. So this is a very cool tool. I just managed to explore some of it. Now this puppet stuff, I think you can use it to deform your shape anyhow you wish to deform it. Just create new puppet pin, and look, I'm deforming my shape. You can use the free transform tool to do the stuff from resizing to reshaping and into stuff. You're gonna see most of the free transform too. So this is cool. Now another tool we have is the shape builder tool. Okay, let me highlight this. Okay, let me delete this trash. Yeah, it's a trash. It does not make sense. So now, okay, so this is the tool, the whatever tool we're calling it, right? So we've got the shape builder tool right here, and with shape builder tool we could do a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of preview of what we can do with the shape builder tool, and I could build a set of shape right here. I think I'll give it the color red. Also, let me click Alt. So with the perspective grid tool, there's a lot of stuff you could do. Let me draw the shape right here and give it a feel of orange, and yeah, we've got that good to go. So with the perspective grid tool, just click on it, and this is how it just looks like. I can just adjust the perspective in which I want my shape to be. Then when I'm done with that, I could just click on this and go to the perspective selection tool, and look, I could change the way I want my shape to look depending on the perspective I choose. Look, this is pretty good, and this is pretty great. So that's what the perspection grid tool does. Perspective grid tool does. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this and forget about this. So now another thing that I noticed is the fact that we can actually use what we call the mesh tool. Now we can just create a shape, okay, and with the mesh tool I should just click on this, and right here I've created a mesh and just create green, give it a green color, create a mesh here, give it a blue. So that's just what the mesh tool is used for. You use this mostly in terms of abstract designs and stuff like that. Another tool I think we have is the gradient tool. With the gradient tool, I could just adjust the gradient of shapes if I've given them a gradient in the first instance. Look, I just drew a shape right here and I'm going to give it a gradient. Okay, I want to give it a gradient. Okay, this is not a gradient. So I want to give what I've drawn, what I have drawn, I want to give it a kind of a gradient. Okay, so I could just give it this. So this is the gradient, this is the gradient stuff. So now instead of me to stress myself about the gradient, I just use the gradient tool and adjust the way the gradient works, up and down, wide and up. Anyone I want to adjust, it's always there. Okay, so another tool which I think is that's gonna be so important to use when you're about to create your design, draw some color stuff, to help you to identify the colors which you're going to use for design quite easily, instead of you to be copying the color codes all over and over again. So you're going to use the eyedropper tool for that. And let's just say I got a beautiful shape right here. I could just use the eyedropper tool to click on this one. It's going to change to red. That's after I have select the shape like this, click on the eyedropper tool and change the color you want to change it to. That's how it works. I'm not going to delete that for now. So with the measurement tool, I could measure the stuff. This is going to be quite a useful info for you if you're trying to do accurate measurement. Now for the blend tool, this is a very, very cool tool. Okay, the blend tool is very, very cool. So I'm going to show you in a few minutes how the blend tool works. So now we're going to click on this and draw a very quick do a very quick draw. So I could do a lot of stuff with this too. I could actually shift it any way I want to shift the stuff, and it's gonna go with the same symbol all over and over again. And when I just click on this again, I can see the symbol scruncher too, and I think I could just scrunch them together like this. As you can see, they're being scrunched together, and I could see the symbol sizer too. I could just resize the balance. Jeez, they're so damn big. Especially when you see it. Okay, you see they're so big. I think I just click this one and it looks quite big. And also I could use the symbol spinner too, and I could spin the patterns any way I want to spin it. Give the symbol spinner too, and yeah, I could select a solid fill color and start to stain the stuff one by one. You see, this is so cool. And also I could go to the symbol screener too and start to do the screening stuff. Yeah, I'm reducing the opacity bit by bit. Okay, and I just use the symbol stylizer, and I can stylize it the way I want to do it. So I'm gonna go to the windows, to the graphics. Sorry, not image trace. I meant the graphics styles panel, and I can style it just the way I want to look. This is a good style, and click apply, and whoa, this is so beautiful. So now another tool which I could just want to explore just short variety of time is this tool. Okay, now this tool called column graph tool. Look, this is the column graph tool. We have a lot of graph tool which you can just draw, and when you draw it, you see, input the values here, and it kind of shows up here. Any kind of value you want to get accepted, and it keeps showing where you want to show it. So this is the kind of graph kind of tool. You see, we got the scatter, got the radial graph tool, pie graph, scatter graph, real graph, line graph, stacked bar graph to stack column graph to column graph. This is just for when you do infographics or stuff like that. Now we could go to this one and do the new artboard. This is called the artboard tool, and as you can see, I can draw a good artboard. Look, this is one beautiful artboard, as you can see. And also I could actually just click on it using the artboard tool and customize the artboard right here whenever the portrait or landscape. And also I can just rearrange all my artboard if I want to arrange it, and you see, this is quite beautiful. Now this is what we call the slice tool, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to draw a shape, and this is how you're going to see the slice tool. When you click on it, it's going to bring out some weird shape. Then you can just use the slice selection tool to select the slices which you want to cut and do your cut thing. So that's just it. So I think I just sliced off some parts, and that seems pretty cool. So that's just what slicing is all about. So now the next one is the hand tool. I've just pan around my view just like this. Ooh, this is cool. Then also I could just want to zoom in and out. I just click this part to just zoom out. So let's just say you've had the basic fundamentals of all the tools right here, and that's just all for now. That's about the tools, the range of the tools and stuff like that. The next tutorial we'll talk about the panels right here and the ones down here, and also maybe a little bit about the functions of those panel with the Windows stuff and everything. Then last tutorial I'll discuss all the stuff you can see up here, and that's all. So thank you very much. If you love what we're doing, give it a thumbs up on this episode and thumbs up on this show also. Check out our other shows too, and leave a comment below to tell us maybe something we've missed when we were talking, or something you want to ask a question or stuff like that. Thank you very much. Goodbye, and please stay safe.